Let's continue this and give the AI its turn. Well, let's reinforce where we can. Like that. Did we attack here? No. No. Yeah, we'll keep the pressure up just by sitting there. Because, yeah, let's save some for other uses. Okay, 481 MPP. Oh, well, they got Strasbourg. Okay, well, that ain't fun. Rail in there, they're gonna attack there. Okay, not good. Run away, run away, run away. I know it would mean banning the city. Oh, we found a French balloon. Maybe we could pop it. Yes, major fortress captured. I'm not terribly in favor that they could do that. You fall back to there and you come up to here. You'll do better there. Fire one shell there to this turn. Let's look at supply again. They're getting somewhat better here, I think. Now again, I want to. Oh, I wish there was a more intermediate. I know I say that every time because I wish it every time. Okay. Well, okay. Well, we're not. I guess it's not meant to be to get the artillery more forward than here. So maybe I should have done it a long time ago. Learn from my mistakes. I was hoping to be able to do rail movement and only pay this rail fee once and get it, you know, somewhat forward. So I don't know why. I don't know if there's some some artificial limitations there, or because we're now getting this. Well, it's just full bucket still. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I could look it up in the manual or whatnot, but that would take looking it up in the manual. Moving up into there too. Disrupt them. Okay, well, that looks like we can pop that quite effectively. Other than simply, I guess trying to block our movements, it might have been a reason to move it there, but Note, there is, okay, railway supply up to here if we wanted to push to there, but we'd have to take Montmendy. Here we have rail supply coming down through, I mean, it comes to here but stops at Verdun, so we would get no, if we push through Verdun, as I'm seeing this here, we're going to get no rail supply from here. So I think we need to push a bit more south. Still think we should take Verdun. Maybe it's just a sort of watch too much World War I stuff with Verdun being the German focus, but don't want to move out to here because that'd just be supply starvation death kind of thing, but I guess we can move to here. Just cover them if they try to come out of our flanks. Yeah. Well, we're going to have 2 artillery pieces. Next turn, hopefully 8 shells. And really push that fort down, hopefully, with all of that. And then we can move up and bombard Verdun. Okay, 482 MPP. And then moving in lots of reinforcements there. Okay, their bombardment. Bombardment there. Okay, well, so yeah, basically just death to our troops. That would at least get us into a place of now we're seeing a major battle develop down here. That would be in our favor, but we have the shells, so let's shoot them up. They've been bombarded heavily. Would have preferred to fully take them out, but that is an acceptable outcome. All right, well, down here. Again, just another avenue of supply. And force, and we'll move back down slowly and not ram into them again. Hopefully not do that again. Well, I want to check this if we were to do this. Okay, well now we can go forward, and I don't know if we were still back there, whether we could have gone forward or not. Okay, but I want to move this guy. Two artillery pieces. There we go. We got this gun way back there. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so if we come through here, we take here, move down this railway here. Okay, so we're going to, okay, so let's look at the map here. We're going to need to move up to here. It will not entirely cut off supply, but we can push into here and cut off supply to the forces in the Argonne, which will make just about everything outside of Verdun need to withdraw. But we'll need to get this railway here to supply in effectively. And yeah, we'll need to do that. We may also need to come down here and get this southern railway that will supply this way. So yes, okay. It's the max per turn. It could be. I don't know. So I'm going to push a little bit more down into there. Now these guys here, they're really only terribly effective against fortified positions. And I mean, we got a few around here still, but we've got like Rems and whatnot here and here, possibly others. So we're going to leave them maybe where they're at for the moment. Now we're going to be having more units come, but let's basically fully mobilize out. We may save up and get another HQ unit. That would be useful to keep supply and whatnot moving more towards the front. tiny bit more MPP. Okay, raining. Well, I don't know if you guys know my history in the rain with the... Well, did they abandon that? Yes, it looks like they did. Okay, well, we're gonna take it, because that will help us with supply here. Okay, this is their big battle, so if they want to spend the MPP to get that back. Yeah, I don't want to push too hard there, but it's here with, this is where the battle is developing. Now, again, supply. Okay, 665s and a bit more. Okay, so we can envelop this reasonably well. That looks like it. Because that's just railed in is why it is so bad, I believe. Conditions. Look there, it's, yeah, it's... Well, it didn't destroy it. I'm expecting next turn to be a mud situation here. Okay, so well, they can move in, and no, we're not going to attack them. These guys did not do anything. Okay, well, we pushed in there. I think that was reasonably good. I was wondering whether we should envelop them a bit more and try to crush them. So you can rail out that way, but otherwise it is somewhat limited. Well, I'm back. Move, march, counter, march, disorder. Yeah, I know, but that just seemed like the right thing to do. Okay, let's look at... Okay, these guys getting some levels of supply. Just cut off their rail link. I think we're gonna move out. Doing up very well. Oh, what is... Hello, Captain Alatriste. Those red French uniforms have dazzled. I know a little bit of this conflict. I know little of this conflict. Well, this is the conflict that sets up, as we were talking earlier, everything leading up and through World War II. It really is this conflict that does it. Okay, you guys keep moving forward, I think is best. So we're pushing up here. Just a second, let me just check something here. All right. Yeah, I think we're pushing okay. Some of them they're moving out. Yeah. They're strong enough. I was hoping to get artillery support, but I guess we shot off all of our rounds. Okay, they bounced into my general staff here. Didn't quite get to the town. Okay, mud. Okay, and the 28th Division. Well, let's drop you here on the railway so that we can move you forward. Okay, here. You can see the movement is just abysmal now. Well, if we can't move, we're gonna just shell you. For the furthest back gun. I guess. Well, good. They got eliminated. And now their rail lines are completely cut. Still not terribly good odds. Yes, this mud could really push us off schedule. Keeps up. I think it should just be here for one turn. But if it doesn't continue raining, that is. Well, if we can't go anywhere, we might as well reinforce. Hello, Bean Slam. How you doing? Well, the French did have a volley gun that's, oh man, I keep forgetting to look up. Starts with an M that would do sort of a volley fire thing. I would say the Gatling gun is a little better, my estimation, but they did have that, and they did have breech loading Krupp guns, as you're pointing out. Yeah, so it is World War I light. It does, in my opinion, set up World War I. We're gonna rail move those once we get a chance to. Is this the historical gamer? No, not the historical gamer. I'm Gamer 1745 here, streaming for Slitherine TV. And since I see we have some new people here, I should have, yes. Here we go. Let me move this up over here. I love streaming here for Slitherine TV, but I do have my own YouTube channel in which I play historically based games, war games mostly, and talked about the history around them. And I stream for myself on Twitch, mostly on the weekends. And you can follow me there if you like. And everyone should, if you haven't already, hit the follow button here for Slitherine TV, because the more you watch, you can earn free games and DLCs from Slitherine Matrix. You earn Slith coins. You'll see some people typing in points, but you can just scroll down and you'll see the Slith store, and you can just open a new link there and find the details about how to, redeem the coins for games and such. No problem. No problem. Well, thank you. I do like very much talking about. I wish I had the name Historical Gamer. That would be a cool name. I just sort of picked this name up and haphazardly joining one forum years and years ago, and then I got sort of noted for making a DLC for that game, and that name, I just sort of stuck with that name ever since. First screen name. Okay, purchase. Okay, well, we can do another HQ, so let's do that. That will help out. Yeah, without supply, maybe I should have moved up there. Okay. We'll see if we can redeem that front. Okay, well, now we have hard ground. And, oh, okay, well, just lost the cavalry unit. Okay, Gustav Clusteret, I guess, and the anarchists. Bakunin lead an insurrection in Lyon. Okay. Yes, cavalry division destroyed. Okay, we're getting some regiments. Not sure how important. We do need to drop them on a rail link. Siege artillery there. These units will be useful in holding places like Strasbourg and getting other units more militarily effective forward. Let's see if we can just fully take out this artillery piece. And this, just if you don't know, is the free DLC of the Franco-Prussian War as part of the American Strategic Command American Civil War. So if you own the game, the DLC is automatically downloaded, updated into your game if you want to play it, or it may be another reason to get the game if you want to get it, if you want to play. Because it's a whole new game, really. I mean, it's just something more of a limited setup than the American Civil War element of the game, but it is very useful. Okay. Well, okay. Good. Hopefully he can hold out there. Want to uncover them before we just run into them. There, you put it there. Artillery here, let's see how much. Yes, we'll do that. We might rail him up, but these guys here. Let's see if we can. How far forward can we go? Oh, we can, well, now we can go all the way to here. So it must have been a infrastructure problem before. So I'm just moving him here, and which will allow me to get this guy coming to here. Keep them pinned in the north here. And the railways that are important. So we need to sort of remember that. bit risky moving them out on the flank, but I'll take the risk, I guess. Hopefully there's supply out here. Next turn, yeah, okay, that's what I needed to know. Our goal is either to take Paris or get all of the surround Paris, all these blue starred hexes where there's a town in them, and force Paris to surrender. Being besieged. These guns here we can build another cavalry division because we lost one. We're just going to use up all of my points. I'm maybe not going to do that. But just for the statistics, we can see here where artillery attack value is 1, for cavalry, or for, against infantry and whatnot. But here, it's just forts, armored trains. I haven't seen one in the game yet. Don't know if there is one for this. Or going after the resources, so they're not very effective unless we're going after forts. We do have some forts here that may still need to be taken. I'm not sure. But now I think Flashpoint is coming up next after me in approximately 15 minutes. So although, like I say, we only got about 15 minutes here with this game, right after me there should be another stream starting. Yes, Richard of York. Yes, good. Good. Oh shit, that's damaging. Hopefully it will be just the one attack and withdraw him out. Yes. Okay, yeah, it's the mitrailleuse gun, however you pronounce that in French. Its name, for a machine gun, Wikipedia. Although innovative and capable of good ballistic performance, the mitrailleuse was a tactical failure because the basic concept and operational use was flawed. Only 210 were in existence at the beginning of the Franco-Prussian War. I didn't know it was that few. I knew that there was a bunch, but I thought it was more. Their field use was discontinued by the French army after 1871, was not as successful as it seems. Yeah. A rapid fire artillery piece, shall we say, because that's more or less what the American Civil War Gatling gun, or this mitrailleuse, was basically on an artillery carriage, is most assuredly useful, and you can see it being used quite effectively in, say, the Sudan campaign, retaking the Battle of Omdurman and retaking Khartoum back in 1880 something. And now that's with, mostly spear-carrying enemies with some, muzzle-loading muskets. But they're going to be of a limited use. And because you already have, especially if you're in the French were still using a muzzle-loading cannon, and even with a rifled version, you can still use, though it's going to mess it up pretty quickly, though if you're using, you can still use like a grape shot or a more of a load of musket balls in it. Forget the term right offhand. And as a a muzzle, as a blasting effect already. Where with the later versions of the Colt Gatling gun made by Colt, they've lightened the gun up considerably, and either it is on a wheeled conveyance, often smaller, much smaller wheeled conveyance. They did continue the larger one too in production until like 1900, but it's really a shorter one that can be on a tripod stand, really good. And of course, as you're in the 1890s, you're really starting to get the Maxim gun. And early Maxims are very early Maxims are very light, and then they get heavy very quickly because nations want to it was really just too light of a weapon, quite honestly. In the very earliest ones, they didn't even have a water jacket. They get heavy and then they get a bit lighter as time goes on. And obviously we see them through, in my opinion, into the 1950s, if you consider, and I do consider the Vickers machine gun a Maxim gun. It is a Maxim gun that the lock work inside is basically turned upside down and able to lighten the gun up. So, and they did convert some to 308 and frontline service into like the Korean War with the Commonwealth forces for the Vickers and other forces like in South Africa and whatnot into the end of the apartheid regime. They were still using the Vickers gun as sort of a reserve heavy machine gun, as it were. Well, that would be a good push there. Now they've taken, okay. First off, you come back to there. You come up to here. Make sure they feel threatened on the side. And so, the tactical implementation of the guns are an important factor. I don't want to force march them. Force marching disrupts the troops. Before I get too bold here. Okay, current supply. Next turn supply. Okay, so if I do move up to here, I'll have supply. Next turn. Okay, that'll be all right. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And as I was talking about before you got here, Beam Slam, is they kept the weapon such a secret. It did not, frontline units did not understand how best to employ them. Frontline commanders, I don't really know how well they were, implemented into actually, you know, let's undo this. No, we can't resupply, or can't reinforce it. But so if you have a new toy and you don't have it, and the institution of the army, whatever you want to call that, doesn't understand best how to employ it, it can just be, you know, do you do a grand battery of them somewhere, or do you intersperse them amongst your line regiments, or, you know, how best to use said machine gun can vary a lot. So just trying to pursue the rail lines here for supply and flanking maneuvers. They may also used in the war with Prussia, but in limited numbers. Okay, I didn't know that they used those. Okay. Or are you speaking of the Gatling gun? I'm presuming you're talking about the metre use, or however you pronounce the thing. See, if unless I hear that a few times, I think there's going to be somebody there. Yes. I'm not good at pronouncing these strange French words. I think they didn't understand the tactical use. Yeah, well, but it's the high command, but it's also the, and it very well could be, you know, I don't know how they were deployed, quite honestly, but it can also just be, you know, shall we say, brigade commanders. Like I say, if you have 3 or 4 battalions set out somewhere, do you, when you have these volley guns, do you put them as a grand battery, all put into one position, like in the center of your line, or you put them at the in between each battalion and space them out? You know, how do you use them for best effect? And well, I mean, to some point, I'm sure terrain could you know, readily affect where you'd want to put them, but outside of that, you know, if you're just in open field battle, how do you do that, you know, and what are the tactics being used by the enemy? Okay, so we're not going to walk you all the way to the front. What we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We're going to drop you here. And we're going to come here. And we're going to pick you up on trains and move you all the way, well, I guess there. And because we did have the front tour, the sort of guerrilla slash militia type units take that once, we'll occupy that with that. Now, of course, the Danes are, you know, Madsen comes out with the first effective, putting those two words together, light machine guns, and they evolve over time. The World War I guns are not nearly as good as, say, the World War II era production. They've gotten magazine feeds better and whatnot, getting that better. So that does get better, and those are, you know, in production until sometime after World War II. So the Madsen light machine gun is very effective. I know that comes after that. Well, yeah, it's a complicated design, the way the feed system works. It's not simplistic, but in a user interface, meaning where the magazine is, where the, you know, the whole light machine gun element, yes, it is very well done for its day. Well, I think I'm basically running out of time here. I believe Richard is getting ready with Flashpoint Campaigns. Southern Command, I believe, is the title. And he is coming up